morning, everybody. I've gotten a late start. I'm having severe vertigo this morning. Spend a lot of time kind of editing a video, and even that was trying. I'm having to concentrate quite a bit to walk. So I'm just now getting out here to my chickens. So I'm going to set you up over here because obviously walking and holding not very good right now. Hopefully you'll stay put. Take care of these chickens, shall we? So yesterday we were going to move the stairs, but it was a overwhelming prospect. So Carrie just kind of let the tractor sit there uncovered. Oh well, the do has done its job already. So now we focus on planting. I messaged the guy last night that I paid quite a bit of money to smooth out and clean up and do what's right on that concrete floor in the shed. And Carrie was going to take a sledge to the part that wasn't allowing us to shut the door. And I said, you know what? I paid him good money to do that, and he should have done it right. I just couldn't get over there. I had to get to somewhere in the other town, and I just couldn't get past all his stuff. It's hard to get past my stuff here to see exactly what he had or had not done. Very disappointed. So I decided to call him or message him. And I told him, I said, can't close the door. Got to be able to close the door. So he's supposed to come by, or one of his kids is supposed to come by today to make it right. And he is going to make it right. Not only am I going to insist he makes it right inside there, I'm going to insist he cleans this mess up. Even if he breaks it up and puts it in the wheelbarrow and dumps it somewhere I tell him to dump it. That's right, folks. When you pay good money for a job, it should be well done. It shouldn't leave you another job behind it. So Sandy's going to get on that and take care of that today. Dizzy or not, I'll get my cane out, prop myself up, and watch the little boy do it if I have to. So, anyway, let's go see what's going on inside there. If I can get the door open. I can't get the door open now. Nice. Watch me get my Sandy mat on. Sorry, folks. Oh, sorry about that, folks. He decided that, he would go explore over in the next property. Just not a good thing. Good way to get yourself shot. Anyway. All right, so this tray here does have some progress, and it is watermelon. Thank goodness, because I was really looking forward to watermelon. And since those sprouts are coming up, I'm going to raise these. Now, this is the way I'm raising them. Just because when you move, you don't know where everything is. Things kind of tend to, it's a learning process as to, okay, so where did I put that? So, I'm using these tie-up things, which I'll probably end up needing later, but for now, while they're seedlings, this will work just fine. So just shorten up on the chain rather than having to wrestle with unhooking the chain and rehooking the chain. This one I had already raised because I had on the second tray, I have squash coming up here. A couple of them, right? And then the front one here is, let's see, leeks, cucumbers, onions. Nothing's happening with the onions. I don't know why. So I'm gonna try to keep that one kind of on the low side. This front tray has nothing going on at all. Nothing. So I think that one I will shift down here and put the mats in and see if I can get it to germinate. I used these last year, these mats. These guys. And I mean, I would say, I'm assuming it worked because I had a pretty good germination rate. I don't think I had to replant anything. Assuming they'll be okay on the wood. Feels like it has water in it. Stick a peek before I stick it back there. Oh yeah, it's got plenty of water in it. No idea why that's not germinated. Squash zucchini. Well, if it's the round zucchini, I did cultivate those seeds from another batch that I actually, planted myself. I took them off of the fruit, so maybe that's why. But the squash, I don't think the squash seeds are from that situation. But, still trying to learn. I have to replant everything. You have to get me a power strip out here. These don't connect together like the grow lights do. And I only have one outlet on this wall, I think. Okay, so let's see here. This right here is germinating really pretty well. This one's going okay. And I look at it. These are pretty dry. These over here are pretty dry. So I think I'm going to go ahead and water those. Hope the watermelon keeps germinating. Some serious roots coming up here on these front ones. All right. Water in that. I'm not going to worry with that. Watering is done. Those. Do a little spritz on the top. Whoops, I'll have to readjust that one. Sometimes when I'm dizzy, I tend to grab onto something and not think, oh, it's not stable enough for me. Okay. I don't want to get you too wet there. There's some sprouting up, I see. Here I go again. Okay. I think I have a power strip available in the house. So I'll have to get the power strip out here for these. And that means I have room for 1, 2, 3 more under the grow lights on this table. Not quite sure what I'm going to do about these guys right here, these peppers. Maybe I'll just be patient. Maybe something will happen. Okay, guys. Time to get to work. Probably better go grab my keys, move the truck, move anything that would prevent this guy from doing what he's supposed to do when he gets here. Whenever I'm finally set up. I got my lights all set up, plugged in. The shelves are in there. Everything's positioned. So I'm going to go with finishing up this tray with King of the North peppers. This one's already been in for a while, and so far nothing. Its germination rate, it says without my glasses, should be 7 to 10 days. It's been at least 7 to 10 days. So what I'm gonna do is replant those and plant these as well. I brought my handy dandy Gorilla cart with a couple bags of this potting soil. I had these pots from last year. Some stuff, I keep stuff when I buy stuff. If I see something and mine didn't do well, I'll go ahead and buy something from like Ace Hardware or something that looks healthy. And I'll cheat. Every once in a while I cheat, but I try not to buy a big box company volume because it's very expensive. And I'm not into expensive. So, where's my little wooden stick? I had myself all organized and now I don't even know where my little wooden stick is. That's my phone. Oh, my stick. I don't even know where I ordered that. I ordered this thing online, or I might have gotten it at Walmart. I don't know. It's a depth stick. So like you put it in there and it makes a perfect hole. And it has different lines on it for different depths if you're doing different plantings. But I just like that it makes a little hole. Sometimes I use the other end. But I just go like that. Until off we go. Let's take the glove off. There's no way I'm going to be able to handle seeds. I have them everywhere. So today is April 28th. So remember GoPro. This video will remind me that on the 28th of April, I planted these seeds. So when I go back and go, hey, how come those haven't sprouted? Or, oh, great, those sprouted just the way they're supposed to. Then I can go, yeah, perfect. Germination rate was 7 to 10 days. So I should see these little guys popping up in 7 to 10 days. Which means, shoot, 3-4 weeks, you should be able to go out in the ground. We'll evaluate. I'll have to look at the instructions on that one because I don't remember exactly what time of the year you should put peppers out. I know it's later because they like the heat a little more than tomatoes. So here we go. I know it's not a full tray, but what you gonna do? So King Pepper of the North. King Peptha North laminated. Always mark your stuff. I didn't do that last year very well. I used tape. Not a good thing. So I'm going to put that right in there with the tray with those. And I'm going to take the other end of my stick and just cover those holes over it. This dirt just might have gotten way too compacted. It is a lot denser. All right, so I'm going to move these and move on to the next. Somewhere stable. Okay, let's move on to this tray. This tray is going to be a Ozark Giant Pepper. Try those out, something new. And then I have a Canary Bell, so try those out. I'm gonna do a half tray of these and a half tray of these. Now, I don't have these laminated, so what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to mark them on the side of the tray, and I will get some tape and I will write it on there with a Sharpie. So let me go get that so that I don't get behind. All right, guys, so while I was in the house, I remembered I'd spoken to you guys before about Melissa Norris having this great download that I think I got from Justin Rhodes when I joined Abundant Permaculture. And now it's Abundance Plus. And she gives you a great way to organize. And I was talking about that. And I've got my organizational stuff here. I thought I'd bring it out, see how I'm doing. And there's some boxes I need to tick off, so that's kind of cool. Then there is that's the project planner. And then I like paper, so I printed everything off the download. This is a seeds planting guide. Now, it gives you a spot to put your sow date, your direct sow, your germination periods, starting indoors, and then the plant, not necessarily in that order. So it comes along, and then she has it pre-filled for certain things, and then you just make notes. So I put the germination on there based on what I was thinking I was going to be able to do. So I need to go back in, and I need to check some things in underneath the lights that I did and see if they're germinating. If I need to replant, I'll go back and replant and change those dates. So what I figured I would do is I'll come on here now and find what I'm planting now in the seed starts. So we're looking for peppers. This, like I said, this doesn't give you information on individual germination rates for all varieties, so you do have to do that yourself. It does give you like a average, like hot, like for peppers, hot, sweet. So it'll give you for germination period that a hot will take 14 to 28 days and a sweet will take from 7 to 14 days. And it also gives you recommendations as far as, you know, when to plant after first frost and that type of thing. And also when to put your seedlings out. So that's saying put your seedlings out 3 to 4 weeks after the last frost. So my last frost date is I think it was the 15th. Yes, the 15th. So I'm pretty much right on track. Maybe a little bit behind on getting my plant starts going, but that's okay. It's been kind of a crazy season. We'll have really hot days, but really cold nights. So we want to make sure that's kind of a little more stable. We want it to kind of be in the 70s overnight, not dipping down into the 40s. So, so on here now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put that I did plant peppers on 4/29. The seeds went in. And as I plant each thing, I'm going to make my notes in the planner so I have it on paper and on video. So I also got my Sharpie and my tape. Yes, I do have plant stakes for marking my my plants once they go in the garden, so I know exactly what everything is. But for these small ones, I found the little tiny sticks didn't seem to last very long and they got lost and this kind of thing. So I'm using tape on the trays. Now, at some point, if I start commercializing, and I want to, you know, start selling my overgrowth seedlings, which I did try to do last year. It just wasn't very successful. Didn't make any money at all. Then I will probably get something a little more sturdy to put in the trays individually, especially when you split a tray. It's a good idea. So like this one. So right now I'm going to put on here that this is a pepper and that it is an Ozark. So then what I'm going to do, because I am underwatering, I have to be able to lift these trays up. I cannot take them completely out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this end of the tray, the overflow tray, and stick it on the overflow tray. And this one down here is called, it is also a pepper, and it's called a Canary Bell. And then I'll just put that on the other end of the tray. Down there, out of the way. Okay. Dirt time. I don't know why I wear gloves. It's no fun. Taking off the glove, guys. It's just no fun. Just no fun. We're gonna play in the dark. We're gonna play in the dark. Ooh, that wind's picking up. Feels good. So tonight's date night. Guess where we're going? Well, we're gonna get Indian food, I guess. But we're going to Lowe's. We got the wire for wiring up Carrie's shop, which is also going to be a jumper for getting power out to the woods and about for animals. So we've never had power around our meat birds because they stay in a tractor the whole time, and we rely on the hardware cloth to be small enough that nothing can get in there and get them. So far, the only predators that we've seen signs of as far as droppings is deer, and that's not a predator. That's a garden predator. The pigs, keeping them in, been kind of mulling over the idea of possibly getting meat goats and running them back there with them. But again, they're not as easy to keep in as far as fencing, and with pigs you don't have to put up fancy fencing, you just electrify it and move it about. And not sure I'm quite ready for that adventure, but we'll see. Maybe in the future. Let's get your main staples, let's call them our main staples, down. We have one lawnmower still. They haven't looked at the other one to see if it's a possibility to fix it. I think we're just going to go ahead and take it to the machine shop and have them put a new transmission in it. And we'll see if the lady that sold it to us actually does send me a big $100 to help out with repairs for a lawnmower that we paid $800 for, and it's going to take at least $700 of that to put a transmission in it. Please, 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 if you buy things off of Facebook Marketplace, like I've said before, integrity. But you know, he didn't really try to cut grass or mow. I mean, it was driven by the guy and Carrie up onto the ramp. Very short distance. I mean, could we have said, hey, we're just going to run it up and down this yard here and see, you know, how it does? Yes, we could have. These things usually happen on a weeknight after Carrie's gotten off work. So maybe our minds weren't quite where they should have been to hand over $800 for a lawnmower. We didn't even see cut grass or move more than 10 feet. But as it is, excited to get an email this morning from Justin Rhodes that the marketplace for Abundance Plus is open. So I will need to get on there now that my internet is reamped. It is uploading a video right now, and I need to get on there and set up my profile on there so that we can use that to sell baby chicks and possibly baby piggies at some point. Plant starts. That's just going to be a great way to hook up with people that live near me, that I can finally start getting some sort of revenue coming in instead of all going out. So anyway, like I said, I'm excited about that, and I hope that if you're a part of Abundance Plus, and even if you're not, you'll get on and check them out, because Facebook is quickly becoming not the desirable marketplace experience, at least for me. I'm not going to rag on the whole thing, but it's not been a good experience for me. So that's just my opinion, and take it as you want it. I don't know. No, I'm not blasting anybody. That was just my experience. So anywho, there is those canary peppers all planted. I do put a couple seeds in each one to make sure, just for double germination kind of deal. I didn't get a whole tray out of it. That was kind of a sample tray. Somebody's singing. You singing? Babies over there. Oh, they're so cute. They're so adorable. I love them. Just so cute. Right. On to the Ozark Pepper Giants. See how giant they really are. Most of my peppers last year were puny. One of my great soils over at the other house, so if there is any way I can go get me some soil from over there, I'll be so happy. If nothing else, to get it over here and amp up a compost bin. I'm really not liking having to throw stuff into the trash. Whoops, lost a couple. That should be going into a compost. I mean, I just don't like that at all. I've given the chickens some things, but some things chickens just don't want. Until we get pigs, that part of the food chain won't be here. So, with any luck, we'll have piggies on site by June 1st, maybe. It's going to be a little tricky with the water situation, but we managed with a couple of hoses going down into the woods. The furthest we went, we managed. We got them down in there. So I think we can make it work. I'll have to get in touch with the pig guy, see if I can get on his schedule to pick up in a neighboring city. And I need to start doing my cow research to see what I need to learn about cows in order to keep cows, because that's our next step. Our chickens won't be here until the end of June, or meat birds, I should say. If I'm gonna say next year, as far as poultry goes, the swine flu thing going on, if I can get turkeys and ducks next year, that'd be cool. I would want to resolve our issues with the drainage. So we'll see how that goes. Gonna put, okay, so that one's down. I'm gonna move those over out of the way and move on to the next. Okay, what's next on the list? Tomatoes. Couldn't get any sweet potato starts. All I got was red potatoes, actually. And those are out there. There's some things coming up out there in the out garden. Okay, so tomatoes, it says... So I'm finally out back. So I'm going to start with mapping out some string with stakes, measuring some things out to make sure that my paper is going to work. My graph paper. But I painstakingly figured out all my spacing for my seeds, my directs of seeds. I only have one plant to put in that's a start. Got that cabbage. So yeah, let's get started. I am projecting in this space, running this direction, to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 rows in this space, with space in between. I think I may have overdone it. Let's see. Things will start making more sense when the little orange cord comes out. That's what I'm thinking. So, the space I'm planting in is 18 by 18. So let's start with that. The only way to find out is to start making rows, right? So I've got to be able to walk in between them to cultivate. Now obviously I've set the rows in, so I don't have to worry about exterior rows. That's done. And the outside will be sunflowers and marigolds for pest control. I will probably set my blueberries here in this area because the deer won't be able to get under the deck and back to here. Not very easily anyway. So let's get started. It's lunchtime. I'm having leftover chicken, the garlic butter chicken, rice and broccoli, and I have finished my rows. I have 8. I have decided that I'm going to go the direction I showed you for 8 of those rows, and then the 5 feet going the other direction where the squash beds are going to be and the stairs are eventually going to be. Those are going to be my rows for my tomatoes on the front side, closest to the woods. And by the deck, closest to the deck, will still be squash, possibly beans as well. So that part, the seedlings, the squash seedlings are still growing. Tomato seeds just went in, pepper seeds just went in. I've got plenty of time to amend and till that soil without bothering anything I direct seed in the other parts of the 8 rows. So at this point, the next step is going to be taking my topsoil that I have and taking the bags and covering over top of the existing soil that's there that I've mounded. Then I'll wet that down again. I'll go back and I will take my little hole poker and I will start putting in my seeds, taking my markers with me so that I have every single row marked so I know what's in it, and that way I can monitor my germination rates and see what's happening. So I'm not going to plant in my black tubs today. It is too hot, and the gentleman I got them from church said that his dad used them for planting and they just got too hot. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to find a shade cloth of some kind to be able to partially shade those pots, because I really don't have any place where I'm going to get 50% to 60% shade on them, and I'd rather have them up on the deck so I can take care of them up there. And mostly what was going to be in those pots was going to be some herbs, maybe overflow of some other, vegetables that I have or something. But for now, I'm putting that on the back burner. I need the soil I have on hand to use in the gardens and get those going. The only thing I have left to put in to start seeds, of course, is my okra, which takes 24 hours of soaking. But that tray is already set up and ready to go. So I haven't heard from the gentleman about fixing the concrete mess that was made. I'm still waiting on that. And I'm going to enjoy my lunch and make a few notes in my Melissa Norris seed planting chart and see how I feel and if I have the energy in this heat. I don't even know what temperature it is right now here. I can find out real quick. That may be the determining factor, but today's verse of the day is Luke 6:38. Give, and it will be given to you. A good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, will be poured into your lap. For with the measure you use, it will be measured to you. Luke 6:38. Amen. That is absolutely fantastic. Great scripture for today. And it looks like weather-wise, it's 79 degrees here today. Now, whether that's right now or not, I don't know. Okay. It is 79 degrees, climbing in 15 minutes to 81 degrees. It'll top out by 2 o'clock at 82%, start getting some cloud cover around 3. I'm going to have to be in and ready for date night, so that's not happening. Saturday is going to have some late afternoon showers with a high of 84. So anything I do on Saturday morning is going to have to be on Saturday. It's going to have to be in the morning. Same thing goes for anything we're going to do outside for the finishing of phase 1 kitchen reno. So I guess I'm going to eat my lunch and see how I feel again, and possibly go out and at least put the dirt in and wet it down so that those mounds are a little more secure before the rain comes Saturday afternoon. All right, guys, get back to you in a little. So Sandy is overheated, exhausted, but clean. Tonight's date night, and I finally quit about 2:30. I don't even know what time it is right now. But anyway, figured I would take you around and close out this video with a tour of what I've been doing all day. I discovered there are 4 baby birds in the nest, not 3, which is cool. I did not plant any of these because I ran out of soil. The guy came finally with his children, and the door can open and close now. Ta-da! Temperature currently in this room is 97 degrees with 37% humidity, which is kind of hot. I don't see a lot of humidity in my domes. But got these in. I have this tray to plant with my okra barrel out back. So I did not have enough soil to fill my tubs up top, but they really do need shade, so I was pretty sure that wasn't going to happen anyway, as I told you earlier. So I went ahead and planted the blueberries on the right. Fig tree I want to ask Carrie about because they can get rather large. I want him to tell me where he thinks I should put it. I put the cabbage in the ground. I have Brussels sprouts planted. I did not plant, I don't have a sign for the asparagus, that's in. Broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, and a blank spot at the end. I stopped here. I was pooped. But carrots, kale, and then if I can find some romaine, I'll probably plant that in through here. But I do have a plan for the tomatoes. Like I talked about, this is where I was talking about. I'm going to mend all this until all this, all the way from this corner all the way down to that corner. Squash and beans will go down there. Tomatoes and peppers will go here. So that's the plan. And then I get some more soil, or able to get soil from the other house. Save some money. That would be nice, right? Save some money. So that pretty much gets you up to date on what I've been doing today. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. Don't miss Abundant Plus live webinar chat tomorrow with Justin Rhodes. I believe if you check your email, you probably will have an announcement. It's a little bit different for him to be doing that on a Saturday, so catch it. All right, guys, this is it. I'm signing off. And I don't know if you can see the birds, the baby birds. They may duck down, but I'm going to try to get a shot of them before I walk in. That would be a great way to end the video. Hi, birdie birdies. Hi, baby birdies. Can you see them? They're just so cute. Tweet, tweet, tweet. Tweet, tweet, tweet. You're going to be flying before you know it. Yes, you are. All right, folks. Signing off from Growing Monarch Homestead. We'll see you on Monday. Have a great weekend. Bye.